Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
And I'm playing Fablefrost, the Ace Genasi Phoenix Soul Sorcerer.
Hi, I'm Cole. I'm playing Olorun, the ASMR Paladin Hexblade Warlock.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm playing Sarai Landir, the College of Glamour Eladrin Bard.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Horizon Walker or Arakocra Ranger.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Mars. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, Wood Elf Scout.
Okay, a couple of quick announcements before we get into tonight's adventure. So this show is on Wednesday tonight. It is usually on Monday nights. We have done a very good job of keeping it on Mondays. This week, a little bit of an anomaly, so in order to get a few more players at the table, we moved it to Wednesdays. Next Monday, I believe, is the last Monday of July, so we have to do a giveaway. That's right.
Yes.
We've got coins. We're giving away Norse Foundry coins, which are really cool. Really cool. If like everything we've given away from Norse Foundry has been fantastic. This is the thing that, like, when all the giveaways came in, I was like, that's the one I want to keep. That's the one I want to put in my mouth and make my own. I'm glad Megan knows how to claim things.
Yeah.
So that's gonna happen on Monday because we do one every month. July's been a little bit weird, but that's okay. We are revamping things. You may have noticed that our schedules kind of changed. We have some different shows. We've had some shows that haven't been up in a while. So certain things we are re-examining. You know, our Wild Mount campaign was specifically for when Critical Role was on break. Critical Role is back on Thursday nights now, so we may be trying to change that show up because that's just me personally, as Cody, feels a little weird running Critical Role material on the night of Critical Role before Critical Role. I've said their name a lot now, so I hope that makes sense.
Do they just appear in our stream now? Is this like Bloody Mary, like we said it 3 times, or Beetlejuice? Just like show up, because that'd be really fucking cool.
Yeah, but it does not seem to be. So we're gonna look at some other things like that. Also, Midnight has had to take a break due to work schedules and different things like that. So we are working on a few things. Big week for Project Eberron. If you guys are on that server over there, Mega Game is going to get some nations assigned, hopefully overnight tonight, and get some rough character sheets out for the nations. And then I will be working on opening the play-by-post, play-by-chat stuff. So we're going to be trying to get that ball rolling over there. We've got some team members that are freeing up their schedules. We can do some more games, some different style games. If you have any ideas for us, you want to reach out to us on the social medias. If you are a member of our Discord, our content pitches page is still up. Please give us some feedback and some information over on that. Correct. And those are the things. Do we have any other announcements before we jump into things tonight? If you guys have...
I like you all so much.
Oh, it is so nice.
No.
If you guys didn't know, Kingmaker is out for of Caitlin's series, so check that out. That is book 4.
Book 4! And the novella, that's the prequel novella, is already available for pre-order.
Awesome.
It's going to release on October 1st. It's only 99 cents on the ebook form, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
From the
Deep Winter Tales from the Five Sides. Those of you who have read the series will know the candle that is my books are based. My books are not based on a candle. The candle that is based on my books. Is set to smell like the Five Sides Inn and Tavern, which is a key location in book 1, and kind of that anchor that everyone thinks of when Fox eventually leaves his home and they want to be back. Most of my readers are like, oh, I just want to be at the Five Sides. So making that happen. It's all a series of the conceptually in that valley, in that mountain town during winter when they cannot farm, they cannot get to the mines, they cannot do anything but sit around. That they all sit and tell stories at the tavern and the local pub, and it's become a very. My readers have really latched on to that mentality of sitting around the fire and telling stories and singing songs with your friends. So I started writing a small novella of just world building that is lore and legends and the stories that they would tell. And it's a lot of fun already. The first chapter is up on my blog and it was very well received. So I'm really excited about that. Also, the audiobook for book 1, Windswept, is well underway. I'm over a third of the way done with it now. So that is going to be coming out soon. Yeah.
All right. Yes, Meg.
May I?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
please.
So this isn't us related, but Haunted Mountain has been longtime supporter and fan of ours.
Yeah.
They have created some bookmarks and tea infusers and necklaces that are based on characters in our and they've also made this amazing giveaway. And it's about to be a once in a lifetime thing because Haunted Mountain is closing its doors. They've decided to focus on other projects. So everything in their Etsy store is 50% off right now. I think they still have the Thousand and Fable Frost bookmarks that they made for us. They're absolutely beautiful. So show them some love. They're really big fans of ours. We're really big fans of theirs.
They are absolutely fantastic. They've done great stuff. Just a couple of things that I know our team members do, and I know that we haven't had a chance to talk about them in a minute. Cole runs Storm King's Thunder here on the channel, so always happy to have him around. Eric down there is a member of Geekapella. That's with 1P. We never figured out why.
They're good enough that they only need one.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't need the second. Orlando's premier nerdy acapella group.
And I think they have a YouTube channel. I know you guys aren't able to do events.
Facebook. Right now, events are pretty scarce because, singing is one of the fastest ways to spread COVID. So we don't.
Yeah, just spraying the plague into the air with your song.
That's a
Plague Bard, that's a good class.
I was about to say, be right back. I'm writing that into a new subclass. Is Plague Bard.
Well, if we let Mars write it up, then Wizards will put it out immediately before and or after.
A week before before he gets ready to publish it. Yeah.
But
I can't even count how many times this has happened already.
I know.
Our phones are listening, and Wizards of the Coast is paying to steal all of our gaming-related ideas.
Apparently. But other than get scooped by Wizard, Mars also participates in Lance. So that, again, events are pretty thin. But Lady of the Lakes Ren Fair, is that still on? Do you have any news on that, Mars?
At least right now, Lance is still kind of meeting on the back end, at least the board and higher ups, mostly to figure out how to, one, for auditions, they're still kind of talking about that, how to do it safely, but we're also still waiting to hear back from Lady of the Lakes and from Orf, so it is just going to matter what they say. At least with Lady of the Lakes, that's the first one coming up in November. Orf is going to be in December, so there's still time, but it is just a matter of seeing what happens.
Yeah, 10-4. Might I recommend everybody wearing samurai masks? Just an N95 underneath, and then a big ol' Oni samurai mask over the top.
Cody wants to do that in real life so bad,
Yeah.
so if other people start doing it and it suddenly becomes socially acceptable, he will be stupid happy.
I mean, I'll do it anyway. If I'm the tip of that spear, I don't mind. I absolutely will. My thing is, if we must
Just the
live
tip?
in a dystopia, then we should get to dress like we are in a dystopia. It is tougher here in Florida. Black leather and denim and layers and all of those fun cyberpunky things. Not good
But
in
that's
the
why
sweltering
Cyberpunk is fun,
heat.
because you can also get neon green,
Yeah,
which
no.
is Tinkerbell colored. And now I have to stop playing the show tonight because I have to instead go design from scratch a Tinkerbell Cyberpunk cosplay because I don't know I haven't already done that.
See, I
That's
think you're
funny.
just focusing a lot on the cyberpunk post-apocalypse, like apocalypse dystopian future, and you need to go more like slightly adjacent to more weather acceptable apocalyptic scenarios. In this case, we're clearly talking about Mad Max Fury Road, and just shiny and chrome that shit up. No shirt,
Yep.
completely covered with chrome spray paint, and and a car that looks like it's been driven in Florida for 10 years. And
We live, we die, we live again.
exactly.
That's the Florida dress
Exactly.
code anyway.
Mhm.
I mean,
I will
Ah.
100% be. I mean, Fury Road is already I-4 anyway, so like I will. You're just gonna hear me yell at one point, "Witness me!" and then you're never gonna see me again.
All right,
and then
guys.
the eyesore falls.
No, that's the
That is
final
the true
boss
sign
level.
of the apocalypse. That's the final no, that's the final sign of the last horseman has arrived. Death has landed in Orlando. Has Orlanded. And the I-4 eyesore just crumbles to the ground. And we're like, oh shit, it's real.
We're all just gonna let her get away with or landed. We're
Yeah.
we're
Oh
all
no!
gonna let that
Did you hear me boo her?
happen. I didn't hear a boo, no, but okay.
Oh no! You know I can't let that stuff slide.
All right, let's give this a try, guys. Before the Fury Road and all of the other dystopias take us, let us D and/or some D.
Ooh.
Our adventure takes place in the land of Lickdracht. It is a land of myth, of legend. It is a land bereft of gods. It is a land of fate. It is far from Rodum and its Republic of the Black Gem. And our heroes are adventurers that work for the Magnus Exploratorium, a college, a university dedicated to archaeology and anthropology to discover the secrets of this amazing new continent and bold new world. So, they have recently ousted one Professor Errol Volton, a mastermind of a villain who slipped through their fingers and nearly destroyed both them and a large chunk of the school in the process of covering his tracks. An expedition to a mythic location known as the Forge is about to get underway, and so we pick up with our adventurers. I believe we had said we were going to jump to the next month, the start of the next month. We did that last game, so it should be the second now of Champions. Last month was the first month of summer, Apex, so now we are into Champions. So second of Champions. You guys had recently spoken with Wyatt. You were working at a deal where you would essentially provide your own means for travel and conveyance, but join his expedition, his caravan. The added security without the added cost was going to allow him to convince everybody that his investors, essentially, his schoolmates, to undertake the expedition. Because if he waits too long, then they run the risk of running into winter, and if they do that, one, the expedition may just fail, or they may have to wait nigh on a full year to get back. So it is early morning on the 2nd of Champions. You guys are picking up your day at the Hourglass Brewery. What would you guys like to do? Who would like to kick us off?
Can I go up to Quick?
Yeah?
And I'll be like, Quick, can you help me out for a second?
Yeah, sure. What can I do for you?
I possibly have a long trip coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So could I get you to fill this up for me, and I'll hand him my flask?
Okay. And he'll go. What would you like? What would you like in it?
Hot cocoa.
Something that'll keep.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And he'll turn about and head to one of the taps and start working on filling that up for you.
You are so lucky Sarai's getting laid right now.
Yeah, but even Thozen can't keep her occupied every night in camp, but she's gonna figure it out eventually.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So he returns it to you.
Okay, thank you. I'll give him whatever I need to get that done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for a flask, I don't know, like half a gold.
So 5 silver, I can do that.
Yeah,
No
5 silver.
problem. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be like, all right, thanks. Appreciate it. Quick. Have a good one.
Best of luck. What else would you guys like to get up to? Do you want to meet in the morning? Do you guys already know what objectives you have to set out upon, or how do you guys want to go about this?
I think we need to meet. I don't think we know what we're doing.
Okay.
Sirach's got one bit of knowledge for this, and that's jerky. Past that, he doesn't know what we need for an entire group of people.
Because, okay, if I'm not mistaken, we still need to procure horses and or carts and whatever rations or nonsense we're going
Rations, provisions,
to
yeah.
buy or buy.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys, real quick, have the map that I had provided you on? Do you guys have that up?
No, it's
I
pinned
can-
in the chat.
I can pull it up real quick.
Okay. Pinned in the chat is
Yep.
something.
No, it's not pinned into the chat.
It's not? Okay.
No.
Give me-
There's the loot guide, and then a post.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Let me see if I can pop it back in the chat for you.
Thank you.
Because, yeah, that's going to be where you want to start, is with the map.
Figuring out how long it's going to take to get there.
Well, you have this map. You don't have
It's in the disaster adventure.
Is that where it is? Okay. So yeah, there's. Go ahead and upload that one. I also put it in that chat for you guys. I'm going to. Let me see. We can do that. So you should take a moment, familiarize yourself with said map. Every hex on the map is a 20 mile hex. So it is on the road, which is those white dots. It is about a day traveling. When you get off-road, it can take longer. Luckily, you guys do have a ranger. So plotting your course is something you may want to do. Now, there are a number of stops along the early portion of the travel, right? You can see it takes you up through the eastern crossroads, through Trubluff, the western crossroads, and Tower 12 is about the last place that the Republic of the Black Gem has control over. That's as far west as they have made it. And then you guys got to Lewis and Clark your way the rest of the way. So things start to get a bit wild, a bit different. I will give you a rough map of what lies beyond. right here. Oh, go back. And then it's gonna be just kind of beyond this one. As soon as I remember how to save this, or export it, or do something else with it. Export, I see. Okay. Excuse me, guys. I apologize.
It is raining hard.
It did start
Holy
to rain
crap.
hard.
It started rain. Ooh, pretty. Oh, okay. I just saw the whole backdrop. Our faces disappeared for a minute, and it was just pretty backdrop. It is wet outside. Good. So, all of our internets might be freaking out because a storm has moved into Orlando. And if you've been longtime followers of the channel, you will know that we try to put up shows as often as possible. However, during hurricane season, we have to down a lot because the internet simply won't fucking keep going. So, Florida. Yes, Cody?
Are you aware you sound much deeper?
I would
Is that just me that heard her voice drop like
I didn't
almost
want
half an octave?
yeah, baby, you sound like me.
Do anything! I didn't touch anything!
You sound like you're playing a cross-dressing girl in a weird caper film.
Yeah, you sound like you're Amanda Bynes.
Amanda
playing
Bynes,
her
and she's
brother.
all that.
Yeah,
How is that?
it's still deep.
It's still.
Okay, I'm gonna try something, and I'm gonna try to talk all the way up here and see if it makes my voice normal.
No, not
No,
normal.
Andrew,
Damn it!
voice.
I literally just got a text from Sydney that said I was about to say ... Because she's in the living room watching this.
I was wondering if it was just me that heard that.
Saying it.
Yeah, because we have the chat on the background. When there's mic popping and stuff, we'll send each other little notes. And I was like, hey, your mic's popping. She's like, oh, I'll test the connection. I'll come back. I thought you did something with a setting and hi guys, how's everybody doing today?
How's everyone?
No, I literally just unplugged it and replugged it. That's all, and now I need to hear myself.
That is not what you sound like ever in real life.
No.
I've never heard that sound come out of you. This is bizarre.
Yeah, it's because like we can hear your voice in there, but then the deepness.
But it's just not quite there.
Yeah, but there's like somebody added a layer, an octave down, like with it.
This is a weird day, guys.
Listen, I was gonna spend my latest paycheck on bills. I may spend my latest paycheck on a new microphone because I've been having issues with this one for a while. Cody knows this.
I know.
This may be the sign.
I'm not gonna lie.
I tried to buy a new one.
You do that with TikTok and a vest and earrings, you own it.
Yeah. I mean,
I already
shut
confused
it
the
down.
sexuality of enough people in my life.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nick.
That distracted me from trying to get a map. I apologize.
Oh.
Okay. So you guys can start to plan your trip. You do need horses to pull wagons. You need wagons. You need a supply cart to carry the food for both you and your team and the horses. And you need to think if you want someone to watch your stuff, like if you want an attendant or somebody like that that's going to come with you to take care of those things. Now, granted, you guys
and I know who we want.
You guys do have some extra team members for everything, but at the same time, you got to think about what you guys want for those.
I mean, for the foreseeable future, Thosen will be cart guard.
True.
But Thosen will be guard. See, that's what Caitlin sounds like. Come here.
No, you guys do not sound the same.
No, I know, but like that's what she sounds like now when her microphone makes her sound like a dude wrapped in prosciutto. She sounds like now when her microphone makes her sound like a dude wrapped in prosciutto. It's weirding me the fuck out. All right, can we? All right, when we all get together, weirding me the fuck out. All right, can that get muted?
Yeah, okay.
She's working on it.
Okay.
Can that get muted?
Yeah, okay. It's so weird hearing yourself.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I can hear the voices in my head again.
It's me. When we all get together, Sorite is going to strongly suggest. I cannot remember her name. Oh God, table got flipped.
Oh no.
Oh God. Let's all just burrito wrap Fable and lie on top of her for a little bit until she's okay. But the stone girl that we found in the tower that's with Fike right now.
Yeah.
She would be a good one to watch the things.
You could ask her. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't remember her damn name.
What, the ranger girl or someone else?
No, the golem that we found in the tower.
Oh yeah. Oh, what was her name? I got nothing,
Okay,
guys.
so here's what we do. We bring her to a Starbucks, and we tell her to order a drink, and they'll ask her her name.
Rebecca.
I feel like that's a solid plan.
Okay. You can talk to Fike about her heading over there and doing that. If you would like to take her with you.
I mean, we know her and we trust her, and she's certainly sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the guy? The guy who went with us to the Patchstone, who always makes it back. What was his name?
Oh, the kobold.
Yes.
Screamers.
Screamers.
Yeah, we gotta make sure Screamers comes along. I think he'll enjoy this.
Also, he's an early warning system. If Screamers isn't there, we need to get.
It's about to happen. Exactly. All right, are we writing this down? We need Screamers. We need Stone Girl. We need.
Right. Well, first things first. I'm the realist. We probably should find carts and horses before we start figuring out who's going to be watching said carts and horses, eh?
So we need how many
yeah.
carts?
One for our supplies.
Okay.
One for us to ride in. Two for us to ride in.
Two.
Two for us. So we're looking at 3 carts total.
And Cody, did you say we needed one for like food or something else?
So food is included in your supplies. So yeah, that would be useful.
3
so
is
we need-
okay. I'm not missing some.
I think 3 is okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna leave you guys to do this for a moment.
you go. We're gonna Oregon Trail prep real quick.
Please go ahead. Yeah, make sure you buy bullets and you get enough oxen and spare wheels.
Let's get a banker.
What I'm saying is, if anybody dies of dysentery on this trip, I will be personally disappointed in you. So.
That's fair. I think we need 3 carts. We need
3 carts.
2 horses per cart, right?
Isn't it 2? Yeah, 2 horses.
So
6 horses.
6 horses. So the good news is we can split up. We can split ourselves up between human or humanoid carts, and
you're like, this is going great.
we can like use some of the extra spaces, extra storage if we need to. Because you know when you go on a trip and you come back and you've got extra stuff that you weren't expecting.
And that's the whole point of this trip, right?
No, it doesn't. It's
Exactly.
not good. It's horrible
Exactly.
quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Also, that's the cable I stole and have been using.
So we need to make sure that we have that, and then we can also make sure we need how many days of supplies are we looking at?
It's more than a month, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Looking at definitely measured in weeks, possibly months of travel here. I think last figures kind of showed something about 3 months, something like that.
But that's supposing that we just go straight to the forge. Now, from what you two have been saying, Olerin, I know that you wanted to make a stop off on the way, and Talroth, I think you did too.
Well, there's a bit of a family thing I gotta do on the way. I mean, if we find it, hey, awesome. I just gotta find out if it's real or not over there.
Right, but we have to go look. I mean, it's not a problem. So we've got that'll tack on maybe an extra month. So we're looking at 4 tops.
And the good news is if and then Olerin will kind of take out the map. And he'll go, well, so we can also make sure that we resupply at the Eastern Crossroads and Traw Bluff, and then the Western Crossroads, and our final probably resupply area will probably be Tower 12. So it would probably be best if we don't just spend a bunch of money now if we don't need to. So just so we can make sure that we're not putting the cart before the horse.
Because we're getting both carts and horses. So what is what do you think it costs like for rations per day? What do you think for like 8 of us, right?
It's a gold per day, right?
It's Megan.
I think it is like that's for like good rations, right?
Yeah, I think so, for the most part. There should be a number of different,
Hey, sorry guys. What's going on?
Horses?
Horses. Yes, let's go buy
Price
some
of
horses.
rations.
Yeah, the what is, because so 1 day's rations, I actually have that. I think 1 day's rations is 5 gold pieces.
I think it's 5 silver.
That's it.
Is it 5 silver?
That's what he's been charging us this whole time, and I think
Okay.
we'll stay with that. Otherwise, we did and broke.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, sweet. So, oh wait, no, that was the total price of.
I would prefer if we bought all of the rations that we need to get there. Sirach and Taroth, I know that you two can hunt very well, but on the odd chance that there's no game, sometimes things happen where you go through some woods and there's no fucking owls or anything. And I just don't want us to get caught with our mouths empty.
Understood. It's gonna be a lot more to carry though, so.
Right, but also we'd be eating it, so then it would sort of like disappear, and then we can replace it with gold, right?
I mean, yeah, technically, yeah. I mean, if people are willing to buy it, I guess.
And I'm pretty sure whatever town's over there, we could probably sweet talk them a little bit into giving us something.
Or we could just eat there.
My apologies,
Yeah?
team. Didn't realize we were audible. Luckily, we didn't curse the heavens or anyone else. Yeah, the player's handbook also has the prices for horses and all sorts of other things that you guys may need. Also, I did upload the picture of sort of the larger area to come. Beyond, you don't really have names or titles for most of those places. but it is still a quick look. Do know that those towns on the original map are friendly-ish at the very least. You will be able to buy and resupply there. So you'll have a chance, but it is preparatory that is important. So.
Is this map, do they just go like this one goes directly to the east from the map we have? It's not like up or down, it's just directly east?
Straight across.
I
did not suspect you guys wanted to go much further north or south, but if you would like to, I can.
No, I just wanted to know in my mind when I'm putting these maps like next to each other, where am I putting the spaces? That's all.
Correct.
Yeah, because everything to the east is ocean.
Yes, correct. Everything to the east is ocean. You guys are headed west, like great explorers.
Have we been told where the two ancillary towns that have Dawn Breakseeker, blah, blah, whatever, and Talroth's blades are? Is that on the map or not?
Not specifically. So Talroth's family blade is in the open plains on map 2, just beyond the river, sort of wandering that open section between the crater and the river. And the other one is the other one sits in the nestled mountain just beyond the river.
Just beyond the river bend.
Yeah, you're welcome. Did that just for you, buddy.
Thanks. Okay, so we have an idea of what we need. So we'll probably wind up. How does everyone feel about getting maybe like a month's worth of rations ahead of time? Do you think that should last us at least till our first resupply? Okay.
As long as we get enough to hit up a nice friendly town before we start going into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. And so Olorun's kind of like plotted out the course.
Do remember it is twice as expensive per horse per day. Because the rations for a humanoid assumes a medium humanoid needing a gallon or half a gallon, some amount of water and food. I think it's a pound of food and half a gallon of water.
Okay, so if we get a month's rations for the 8 of us, right? Is there 8? 6? 7? 8? 8, right? Okay,
8.
There's 8. So, I'm whipping out the calculator, guys.
4 gold a day.
Okay, so 4 times 8, 32. So that's 32 gold per day. Times 30. We're looking at 960 gold for the month in terms of like, in terms of just food for us.
But we have that, don't we?
Because we don't have the supplies and food and essentially like our living expenses for just us, do we?
What?
Because I don't think we have the actual like supplies for the 8 of us.
No? We have to get it?
That's what we're buying. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 960 gold.
Right, but what I'm saying is we can afford that.
Oh yeah. Oh, we can 100%
That's what I'm saying,
afford.
yeah. And we can cover that. Sorry.
Yeah.
We can cover it.
Okay. So I'll make a note. So supplies. I'm trying to get everything as stupidly organized as I can.
How dare you?
Yeah, right. Supplies 960. So horses. So if we're just looking for draft horses, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's twice as much for them.
Well, we need to buy the horse anyway first.
Right, but-
So
Rations are twice as much per horse, right?
yeah, and we're gonna need 6 horses, which is another 300 gold pieces for the horses.
Is that all of the horses?
That's all of them, yeah.
Done. All right. I say done. Is someone looking at the gold that we have?
Let's
Sure.
see.
Give me a second, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, you don't want me to take the gold from people. You don't want me to check our own gold, see how it is.
3
Good.
carts.
Okay, so just a quick aside. Before we add the 2,700 gold and the 80 platinum, we have 819 gold right now in the party fund, and then 4 platinum in the party fund.
Okay.
So the carts cost 45 gold, and I have a whole separate horse supply category. So you said that's twice the amount of rations, twice the price for a month, right?
For
30?
horses, yes.
Okay. So
Should be 6 gold a day for the horses if you have 6 horses.
okay.
Oh,
so
That's cheap.
okay. So it's a gold per day for the horse. Okay,
Per horse.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Per horse. Okay.
That's
so
way better. I think this is barely gonna. I think we're gonna scrape it right at the top.
yeah.
This is only for a month's travel. We're traveling longer than a month, aren't we?
Yeah, that's why you're gonna be hunting like a motherfucker, son.
Yeah. So we can hold on to these supplies as much as possible. So that is 6 times 30. That is 180 gold for a month. Wait, no. Yeah, because it's 6 gold per day, right? Times 30 is 180.
Mm-hmm.
Times 6.
Times that.
It includes the times 6 already.
Yeah, includes the times 6.
For 6 different horses?
Yeah, it's 6
Yeah.
gold for all the horses per day.
Then
It's
hold
1
on.
gold a
then-
horse per day.
Yeah. Then I miscalculated on the human supplies.
Human
Come for the
supplies.
interesting characters, stay for the math.
That's right. This is real
Yep.
D&D. You guys want a drama? We're bringing you. What is it?
Budgeting.
Logistics. We're doing logistics.
So it's essentially 4 times 30.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 120 gold pieces
Yep.
worth of food. Okay, yeah. So it's significantly cheaper than we thought. I messed up a calculation somewhere. So the 3 carts we're looking at 45 gold pieces.
You probably want
horses.
one of those to be a wagon. Carts are open air. Wagons are covered. So if at least for your food and supplies, otherwise
Yep.
if you guys get caught in rain, it will ruin.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and 2 carts and a wagon. That is, I've got so many windows up right now.
And just so you guys know, when we start doing supplies for us and things, you don't need to buy a tent because I have tiny hut.
30 plus 35.
No, wait a second. Tiny hut. Is that a code for something?
No, what do you think it would be code for, Master Wokenblade?
Well, apparently smashing bugs is code for getting it on, so I was kind of wondering where a tiny hut was going to fit into the picture there.
Since when did that become what?
You know, I don't
Hey,
think I
ask
hang out with
Goldie.
nearly as much students.
Haven't you and Treasure been smashing bugs since we got here?
Well, yeah, smashing literal bugs, but apparently smashing bugs means something else, so I kind of had to question that.
So, we are looking at so the 2 carts and a wagon, 65 gold pieces. All right. The 6 horses, 300. Supplies for us, 120, and supplies for the horses, 180. So altogether, we are looking at a price of 665 gold pieces.
Oh, we got that.
Tom! Let's go buy some Coke.
What?
Cola?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So, did you guys decide to travel the northern road up through the human settlements, or travel the southern road down into the elvish forests? Into Fain, Ice, and IA.
Do you miss the forests?
Now, this is going to be more of a Mars question, kind of asking the DM for Talroth. Where, more or less, would Talroth's his village be in relation here?
Southwest of the Fainaista. So you, because you are a wood elf, correct? Yes, Talroth, are you, or?
Yeah.
No, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Wood elf.
Yeah. So yeah, most of the wood elves come from the dense forest of Fainaista, Naya. That is, it's the road sort of leads up through the sacred oak there, and these elven settlements are probably ones you would be familiar with, but they can be dangerous. Not specifically from the elves, but just from the deep forest dangers that do exist there.
So we could either go through the human settlements or the wood elf town. Well, that's a shit choice, isn't it?
We could. It's just, I don't know the likelihood of, if we go to the south, how continual our supplies will be if we go to the south. I know they can hunt, but there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to resupply as necessary.
So on the roads, if you guys count it up, it's about 26 travel days from Dorian's Dawn to either 4 Point Farms, the first of them, or to the capital within Fainaista. Up to the tower, you have to count it out.
Didn't you say it was also kind of like Washington State, like it's in the Pacific Northwest, it's in the top left corner?
Yeah.
Does it even show up in this second map you've given us, or no?
No.
Of course not.
On the trail we blaze.
Don't you dare make me start quoting the entirety of the Road to El Dorado.
Look, you and I. One day I'm gonna run a Road to El Dorado game where it's just a bard and a rogue, and it's just a spectacular series of 1s and 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Okay. But it sounds like you guys you have at least a plan for supplies. Would you guys like to go and speak with Fike about your golem girl gargoyle friend?
Yes.
Okay.
So, we're sure she's good, right?
What do you mean good?
I mean, like, she's just... Look, the bird inverting thing still gets me, I'm not gonna lie, it weirds me out.
She's not going to do it to you, Sirach.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably, but the knowledge she could, just, it's just weird.
If you'd be more comfortable, we don't have to ask. I just thought since, she doesn't really sleep.
You're right. We just take her. No,
Finn,
we don't.
talked
We
about
don't.
this.
We
No.
don't do that. No, bad. Got it, bad. All right, let's go see if she wants to come on an adventure.
We gotta remember what her name is, y'all. We can't just roll up there and be like, "Hey, yo, Stone Girl, you want to go on a trip?"
I keep telling you, a Starbucks solves all of these problems. We'll tell her we'll buy the drink even. It's great.
It's like right on the tip of my tongue.
All right. You guys head to the College of Antiquities and Transient States of Life. And as you guys are making your way in, you're looking for Fike, because you at least know her name.
Okay, that's hurtful.
Ha ha. Cody, do you remember her name?
I don't have to, because I have players that are supposed to write things down.
I took her off the board. You put her back. That's your problem.
Exactly. But I have the resource where she came from, and I can go look it up. So, yeah. As a matter of fact, I will have her name. I was doing that for you. But you know what? I'm not going to tell you now.
Bolaroon,
Yes?
before we go inside, would you feel more comfortable if we waited out here?
Yes. I personally don't want to be anywhere near that woman.
Excellent.
She makes the back of my neck itch.
We can stay out here.
Sounds good.
Sir,
I will-
you feel more comfortable outside too?
You can kind of see, like, he kind of puffs up a little bit, like all the feathers kind of just like up and out a little bit, but then they smooth down and he goes, "Oh. No, I'll go in. I'll be fine. I'll be good."
We'll wait for you out here. Brana something.
Brana what?
Her name is Brana something.
You're close.
Brenna.
Bronda Frey!
Bronda Frey.
Ooh, look at you. Well done.
That looked like a pregnant woman doing a touchdown dance.
No, it didn't. So who's going to talk to Fike? All right.
Sorry, what's your charisma modifier again?
-1.
This isn't going well. This isn't
That's
going to
right.
go well at all, guys.
You know
Mine
her.
also. Mine too. It's -1. Let's go do this.
Fable, do you want to try to help him out?
Yes, but I'm afraid to talk.
Yeah, you're back.
You sound normal.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. I'm afraid. Because I have charisma out the ass. So, yes, please, I'd like to talk to her.
Okay. Sounds good. So the three of you go meet Fike. She is in what is tantamount to a cadaver lab that she is working on. As you guys make your way in, she is there. You can notice she's a little on edge, and she sees you all, and as you make your way in, hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, hello. How is can we borrow you, or is that body in like a careful state that you've got to like watch? Is the transitive state it's in currently like time sensitive, or could we borrow you for a moment?
It is not time sensitive. We have a moment to speak.
Excellent.
And she'll sort of drift away from it, over to you all. And she begins
I was wondering.
cleaning her hands.
I was wondering, first of all, because I hadn't seen you since the incident in the tunnels. How are you doing? You all right?
I am. I suppose all right is an acceptable term. I am dismayed. I am certainly displeased.
Right to be. But honestly, there's only so much we can do at this particular moment. But we're setting off to try to. Fuck you, Meg. We're setting off to try to put ourselves in a better position to face threats like this again and deal with the bigger picture here. To that end, because you're a no-nonsense sort of woman, I was hoping to just sort of ask you if you could borrow someone for a while. You see, we're going on a trip. We're going to look for an ancient place called the Forge, well, we were kind of hoping for safety reasons that we might be able to borrow Bronte. A, I think she could do with a good adventure. She was stuck inside for so long. And B, she doesn't have to sleep. So, she'd be very, very good at watching the camp. And we think she'd be honestly quite invaluable. And, you know, I just thought we'd ask.
She thinks for a moment as she is sitting, as she's cleaning her hands. Brontefrey is free to come and go as she pleases. However, she has... well, she experiences some very unsettling mind states about once a month.
GPMS.
Now, now coming from you, when you say unsettling,
Meg is way too excited about this.
Yes, I mean, a furious rage overcomes her.
Murder robot.
About
Kill all humans.
About once every 30 days or so. It is not terribly regular, mostly at night, and seems to be a side effect of the repression of the gargoyle personality that her own self was implanted above. She holds no memory of the state and seems unwilling or incapable of acknowledging these episodes.
You're a woman of science and knowledge. Don't happen to have made note on if those incidents sort of coincide with any sort of heavenly alignment of any kind, do you?
We've been researching it, but we haven't found anything solid as of yet.
Well, so I understand if you're not willing to, or if we are able to ask her if she wants to come. If she does, and we're able to be aware of that, we could maybe procure some things to sort of manage her during those times. When was her last one? How close is it now?
I'd have to consult my notes. I don't keep her schedule on mind.
Oh, but so it obviously wasn't like yesterday or something, because you'd remember that.
We tend to have to contain her within some form of dense concrete room.
We won't have those on the road, so perhaps this isn't the right time. But now I've got a separate concern. She spent so long in pain, and I like to think of her as a friend. I helped find her. Do you need anything to help with the research? Is there anything magical we could get that might help us split or contain those personality moments? So that you don't have to lock her up every month.
We are currently unsure what would allow us to allow her personality to maintain control entirely. But
All right.
to be sure, we are working on helping her as best we can.
Of course. I'd like to help as well if I can when I get back, if I'm not dead. Which
Oh.
seems unlikely, honestly, at this point, but that's neither here nor there. Well,
There should, before you disappear for too long, we should also discuss the matter of payments of previous debts, as it were.
Fable leans in a little. You're talking about the bodies, right?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, good, I got it right.
Very well done, Miss Frost.
But a few of them got eaten, I believe. But we're happy to go down and try to rescue some skulls for you. I'll do it. I can feel my team being uncomfortable about it.
By our best research, none of them were eaten.
What?
As best we could tell, my interns and some of my graduates found no evidence of Otyughs in that specific area of the cistern.
Wait, so you're telling me that Mr. Starsong, his body got taken out of there, so he's somewhere else?
As best I can tell, yes.
Conspiracy theory board out! Okay, so one of the reasons we're going out is to find things so that we can kill the people who are doing shit like this. And she got a big star song that's circled. She's like, okay, great. He defiles the good name of storytelling, and I'm not okay with him. All of my best friends are bards. This is not okay. We'll find him. We'll find him. If we happen to find him on the road and for some reason we can't bring his entire ass corpse back, do you have a body part in specific you'd like me to bring? Or are we just like throwing the whole thing in a bag of holding because he's already dead? What do you...
As much as you can gather from all of
Good.
them. Also, his compatriot seems to be missing as well.
Is that Otto?
No.
That's the woman.
No, that's the woman. Thank you. Cool. I wasn't actually at the Battle of the Bards. I've had to homework, and I was just making sure I was getting it right. So good. Excellent. Fantastic. Well, now that you know they're all still out there, I've got a lot to add to the list. Rest assured it hasn't been forgotten.
Good. 'Cause I haven't forgotten it either.
Good. Anyone else?
I wish you all the best on your journey. If there's something else I can do to assist you, I would be happy to do so. But I fear Bronda Frey may not be the stout ally that you had hoped.
I guess not.
And you said she doesn't remember anything about her,
Rages?
outburst?
No.
Yeah, those things.
No, she doesn't. She seems to blank out completely. Even when presented with the evidence of violence she may have committed, it seems she is mostly dumbfounded. Occasionally seems to believe them to be the acts of some form of monstrosity. Some form of curse or demon that follows her.
One last question. When in the rages, does she say anything specifically?
No.
Similar from time to time?
We'd have to consult the notes, but as best I can remember, it's mostly bestial grunts, growls.
Just
Okay, she may be speaking, is it a form of primordial spoken by the Tao, but our efforts to translate it so far have been ineffective.
See, that's very interesting because I can't help you there.
It is unfortunate.
Well, thank you for your time.
Of course, of course. I look forward to you bringing me many corpses.
I'm excited for it too.
Should have never started dealing with this woman, but no.
So, besides the corpses that we are already indebted to bring you, you got any other preference on body types to come in?
Variety.
All right, variety. All right. I'll keep an eye out.
Appreciate it.
She wants the variety snack pack for necromancy. So
That's
it's
right.
like some salty, some Doritos, some Cheetos, some plain old boring Ruffles. You know, you get the drill.
Don't suppose we don't have a way to contact you just in case? Well, if we happen to find Star Song on the road, just kind of leave a marker, have somebody come out pick them up, or are we just hauling them back and forth?
If you trust for someone to deliver to me the bodies you have promised, then you can make arrangements as such. I, however, having lost this taste of justice once before, am inclined to not work through secondaries and merely hold you all directly responsible.
All right, writing down no intermediaries. Got that?
Necrosis is a fact of life that I can overcome. So, as to their state, it's of little obstacle.
So just big old barrel, shove them in there and bring them back. Got it. Big old pile of person goo. Okay, I'm good. I am.
Well, if we find enough salt, we could probably make person jerky.
Either way. Have a wonderful day. And she'll set off back about her work.
Gonna walk out of the room that we were just in, look at Saride, just dead in the eyes and just in full haggard ask, shouldn't have gone in there. Shouldn't have gone in there.
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry. Or do you want to talk about it? She'll try to pet him. I don't.
Fable can say it. Fable can tell.
And I do.
Oh, wait. What do you mean the Oteog's not down there anymore?
Did I fucking stutter? Exactly what I said. I don't think it wasn't down there before.
It played
I think
symbols
I
with me
think
and
it was
over it.
never. I think it was never there. I think this is pageantry. This is someone faking a death, or
No,
faking a monster.
We thought it. We
No,
thought.
but I like faking a monster, possibly.
So for clarity, the OTX were on the outer portions of the sewers as guards, but remember you guys had to like climb ladders to get to certain cleaner portions of the cisterns. So where the goods were being kept, the OTX didn't have access to. And that was
Right,
confirmed to you.
Okay.
So
I thought she meant okay.
So nothing ate them. You dropped them down there. When you guys came back a day later, they were gone. So the implication being that their allies have collected and most likely resurrected.
Come on.
Boo, you whores.
I am not giving him his clothes back.
Well, shit.
Hey, look at the bright side. We beat him once. Round two should go a little cleaner.
Sure. Right. So, but no to Braun de Frey. Let's go get the stuff then.
I think we should be fine in terms of. There's always going to be at least one or two people to keep an eye on all of our belongings. So I think we should be fine for the most part.
Do you guys want to collect screebers?
Oh, yes.
Kinda.
I really do. I really do.
Are you sure? Because isn't Screebers known for staying alive as long as he had because he runs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the shortest moment, yes.
He's the canary in the coal mine. When we can't find Screebers, we get the fuck out of there.
All right.
I mean, I don't know how good he'd be as a guard.
You can talk to him about it. I mean, ultimately, it's you know, he's a very old dragonborn, not dragonborn, kobold. So
Here's the thing, though. So if he comes, then that's an extra bit of food for someone for a month, and I don't know that we really have the money for it. And I speak for Thosen. He would love to play guard at the carts.
it is. So it's up to you guys. You guys do have a few extra team members, 2 to 3 that would be always available at the carts. Screebers does have his own benefits. One, he's an NPC that you don't have to take somewhere, right? 2, he is an early warning system. He has also done some good identification stuff for you guys. So like he's not useless. Braun de Frey was also a good choice, but unfortunately that was part of her story that you guys just. I had the date in there, and you guys got finished the mission before you would have seen her go bloody rage the first time. So you actually got her back to town before that. So,
I like the idea that we just got her back, handed her to Fike, and was like, here's this great person. And she's just sitting down to tea with her one day, and it's like, so, how are you liking here back? And holy crap!
yeah, and it was actually going to be another mission on like the board for you guys, but you were out of town, dealing with Hell's Hill Rain and a lot of other things at the time. So it just didn't work out.
Lined up. Yeah.
This was just happened to be the first time, or the way you guys heard about it. So it is up to you. I think Screebers might be of benefit to you guys, but he does not have to go. So that is up to you.
I mean, I want him, but that's just me selfishly. Like anybody else, if wants to vote on it, because it's just what, 1 gold a day, so it's just 30 more gold, right?
Yeah.
I say we're not guaranteed to be able to find what we need on the road, so the least amount of liabilities as possible. And I think Screebers could possibly be a liability in the grand scheme of things. Got travel light.
He can take care of himself though, because he has made it very clear that he just fucking bamfs out. We don't owe him anything. He is able to hide and disappear himself better than any other NPC out there. And so I don't think it'll hurt to take him. If he decides it's too much for him, he is a fully autonomous NPC who can fuck right off. Halfway through, if he's like, nope, too much for me, and he can just leave.
That's
so
one vote for, one vote against.
Alroth?
Toweroff? Yeah.
I actually am kind of for Screebers coming with us. I mean, especially when it comes to identification of magical what's-its and all that. He knows his shit.
So does Thozen.
Can Thozen identify?
It's,
He can?
Yeah. It's a
It's one of
Forge
it-
Cleric level 1 spell.
10-4. I mean, I like the idea of Screebers coming along. I think he could do wonders for us. And also, like, I mean, sometimes you just need someone who's gonna make you laugh. So
The early warning system thing is also huge.
yeah,
He's done that in the past, and we're traveling to different places that we haven't dealt with, and the ability to know something's coming so we don't have surprise rounds, or know something's coming so we can prep, is fucking huge.
And none of us have identify.
Thozen does.
None of us have identify.
Sorry about having to drop the picture in and out like that, guys. It's a quirk of Discord I have to do sometimes. So,
So yes to Screebers?
seems to be. If you guys would like to go talk to him.
On to the kobold!
So yeah, you guys make your way over to the College of Anthropology, and actually, all of you roll me investigation checks real quick.
Hey! Dirty 20.
Natural 20 for a 21.
A 6.
10.
22.
Nicely done. So you guys take actually like you get to the main campus. You take about 20 minutes. You guys are like, all right, I'll check the College of. We just came from Antiquities. Who wasn't there? I'll go to Anthropology. I'll go to Dungeon Delving. I'll go to Outdoor Survival. I'll go to Enchantment and Magical Studies. I'll go here. And like you guys, because remember, Screebers is undeclared. So he does not have a specific field that he focuses on. He's too young to really know what he wants to do. So you guys check off all the places that he is not. He is actually at the Outdoor Survival in school at the moment. I will say with the natural 20 that it is Lucky Olaroon who is the one that finds him. Olaroon, you can go get everybody else if you want, or you can just talk to him. He is currently doing his study in animal resource or in hunt resource management. And so it is. Oh, I will find her name in a few moments because it takes me a minute to find anything that I actually want to have or use. But you guys do recognize Zavaleta. Luna Zavaleta is teaching the course.
Luna!
and or she overheads the course. It's one of her assistants, sort of teaching the course, and they're doing sort of like skinning and butchering and like animal prep, and they're working through some large bison-like creatures at the moment, and you probably would not have seen him all around, but for some reason today your eyes are exceptionally keen, and you see like Han within a tauntaun, Screevers like digging stuff out of this great auroch-like beast, and just like kicking out all of the guts and the intestines and all of those things. And as you, what would you like to do, Eleanor? Do you want to make your way over there, or do you want to go get the rest of the group? What do you feel?
I'll probably make my way over there.
Okay.
And I'll instead of going to Screevers first, I'm actually gonna go up to Luna.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll be like, excuse me, Ms. Zavaleta, is it all right if I speak with one of your students for a second?
Of course, of course. Do be careful. They are, they are at a very messy period in their studies at the moment. So, if you value your clothing, I would recommend you to keep your safe distance. Things have a habit of spurting in the animal cleaning process. So, apologies for that. But yes, please be my guest.
Of course. Thank you. And he'll walk down and he'll like kind of move close enough to the where Screevers is in the guts of a creature, and he'll be like, Screevers, can I talk to you for a second?
And from the belly of the opened auroch, actually sort of ripping the skin opening a little more because he had misjudged how far to cut it. You just see this red gooey hand come bursting out with like a basketball-sized kind of organ, and his little cobalt claw is like inside of it. You can kind of see the nails, and it goes, and out of the ventricles spurts bits of blood, and screams, "It's alive!" No, look! Ah!
But this is okay? Fike is a problem, but this is okay?
No, this is like... Oliver will sit there and be like, you probably... Anyway.
He comes popping his head out. His long Fu Manchu, normally white, has been dyed red in blood, and is tied around his neck, sort of like a fancy ascot, but it's like matted to him right there. I know.
Like,
yes?
Screevers, you look like you're having a good time in
It is hard. I have small arms and hands, and they want me to get everything out of this thing. And I told them, I said, that is too big for Screevers. And they said, Screevers, you must learn to use what the land gives you. And I said, that's ridiculous. And they said, but Screevers, use the land. And I said, I could live in this thing. They said, no, it's far too small. And I said, it's too big. It's a house for Screevers. And he said, you're exaggerating, Screevers. And I said, watch. And then you came. And I told them, it's alive. And then I came out, and nobody was watching. Screevers did all of this to prove a point, and nobody was watching. Screevers is underappreciated. An artist in his time.
He's like, Screevers, I agree with you. You are underappreciated. Which is why I actually come to you with a bit of a proposition.
Oh. I don't think you'll fit in Screever's apartment, but okay.
Oh, no. With
Lock
all
it
due
down, Screevers.
with all due respect, Screevers, you're not exactly my type.
That's okay. You're too fleshy for me anyway.
With all due respect, you're not fleshy enough.
Big mood. Yeah.
He just kind of like
Respect
Ew.
Knuckles.
So now Olaroon has like leftover like viscera and stuff on his hand, and
A
he'll
little
like,
bit. Yeah, just a little.
He'll kind of take out like his like a handkerchief or something and just kind of like slide that over his knuckles and just clean that off just a little bit.
Yeah, as you start to, Screever's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I get you something. And he like dives back and he pulls out like, it's a rag, but he clearly took it in there with him to like clean his apartment. He's like, oh, you have it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, a couple of us, did you hear about that expedition to the Forge?
I have.
That Wyatt's heading?
Yes. Yes, I have. I have heard. Is happening now?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's happening.
this is very exciting.
Yeah, and we're all really excited because me and my team are planning on going on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we were all thinking of what's going to happen, and it's a long journey. There's a lot of things that could happen. A lot of things could go wrong.
Yeah.
But we were thinking, who is the best at knowing when something is wrong?
Who is the best at
getting
knowing
out.
when something is wrong? Who?
It's you.
It's
you.
me? It's
Yeah.
Screevers?
Screevers, that's how you've been alive as long as you have been.
That's true. That is. Screevers is very good at being alive. I
Yeah.
have been being alive my whole life.
Your whole life. Longer than me, actually.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, I tell you a secret. You have to come close, though.
He kind of like moves close, but very aware that Screevers is just covered in
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Now
all
kiss.
the gore.
There was actually 2 minutes Screevers was not alive. Was a drowning accident. Screevers can't swim. It's too much to Screevers' great shame. This is why Screevers joined college. To learn to survive. But
Yeah, exactly.
actually,
And
never learned to swim. Water is scary, but other than that, Screevers is very good at being alive. Screevers thinks it is important to divulge all truths to future employers.
well, the good news is we don't really plan on going anywhere near water.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But you should bathe.
So-
Human smell.
That's fair. I know some pretty smelly. That wood elf guy that's been around,
I know many.
Talroth.
Oh, that one.
My friend, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, goodness grief. That guy
Is right.
stinks to
Is right.
Yeah, he stinks
Yeah.
to high heaven
Yeah.
on a regular basis.
You don't think elves smell. You don't know that, right? You think elves and you think flowers and you think maybe like floral print or something like that, but that is an odd elf.
No,
elves-
like all I smell is like animals and booze. That's
You
really
think,
like
right?
all that,
Yeah,
all
it's
that
very
comes off of
earthy.
him.
It's very earthy.
Very. He's got a real gamey smell to him. It's
That's true.
Real,
It's
a
true.
lot. It's a lot. But
Screevers would wash that meat before he ate it.
well, okay. Well, nice to know. We have a backup ration plan for you, just in case anything goes wrong.
It's always good to have backup plan. This is how Screevers live so long.
Yeah, clearly, Screevers, you are a man of impeccable breeding, taste, and wisdom.
It's kind of you to notice.
Yes. Well, because of that, myself and my team thought it would be an absolute wondrous addition if you joined the expedition to the Forge with us.
Screevers would be honored to join Expedition to the Forge. This would be fantastic. Now, Screever has 2 questions. More like 1 question with combo questions. Ooh,
Okay.
maybe really 2. We start with combo question. This is important.
expedition to the Forge, are you your own group or are you Wyatt group?
We are actually our own group who has been subcontracted to provide security to Wyatt as we are traveling in the same direction.
Scribbers does understand the gig economy. This is important. Now, Scribbers has follow-up question. This is part 2 of compound question. Does group have name?
We're working on it.
Screamer Squad.
Don't you dare. No.
As of right now, we do not have a name. We are currently in the brainstorming process. Yeah, we're in the brainstorming process of the name. We've thrown some out there, and some just haven't quite stuck. Because you could only get one chance at making a first impression.
It's true. You should not throw away your shot. However,
yes,
Scribbers is prestigious expeditioner, and can only join expedition if has name. So.
Well, you know what? How about this?
Yes.
The group will have a name by the time that we set off for the expedition.
That is good. I was going to make that my demand, but you are an honorable gentleman of breeding and wisdom, and have beat Screebers to it.
Well, Screebers?
Question 2. Question 2.
Oh, I didn't realize it was this. Oh, I'm sorry.
I said
I apologize.
2 questions.
I didn't mean to
compound.
interrupt you.
Second question.
Okay.
Do Screebers get paid?
100%, yes, of course.
Oh, I get 100% of everything? Oh,
no,
wow.
no.
Oh,
no.
That is so much.
Screebers.
Whatever you want. Screebers fucking first.
Screebers feels very responsible now for everything. That is so much money. Oh,
Screebers?
Oh, no. Oh, excuse me. Screebers needs a moment. Screebers needs a moment.
Getting back into Tauntaun.
It's okay, Screebers. It's okay. You can do this. They all depend on you, but you have been preparing for this your entire life. You will take them away from the water. You will clean them. You will see them to victory. And then you will have the treasure, much like Dragon Hoard. Yes, Dragon Hoard. Then they will know. They will know the might of Screebers. Okay. I find your terms acceptable. You will find a name, and Screebers will be 100% responsible for everything to claim 100% of benefit and wealth.
So, Screebers, you know how you mentioned Dragon Hoard earlier?
I did not. Did you hear that? Are you in my mind?
You know what? Sometimes I can be.
Oh.
But
that is impressive. Screebers must write this down. It is important to know all employees' strengths and weaknesses. Excuse me.
Screebers?
Yes.
You will not be getting 100% of what we find.
Well, then Screebers will not take 100% of responsibility. That is unacceptable.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
We do not expect you to take 100% responsibility.
Good.
But we will, first off, your food is supplied for you.
That's good.
We will take care of that for you.
Good. That is plan A, right? Not plan B.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
good.
that's plan A. That's
good.
plan A.
Good.
We will provide you with extra security.
Nice. Okay.
So that so that you preferably don't have to run away.
I mean, preferable.
I mean,
but
there's a time and place for everything.
cardio is important.
Yeah, most definitely. I do it every day.
Good.
Cole doesn't do it every day. Olarun does it every day. And he'll be like, and we will begin with how does 5 silver pieces per day sound?
It sounds like unskilled wage labor, to be honest with Screebers. Screebers would prefer skilled wage labor 2 gold per day. But for 2 gold a day, Screepers will identify anything and everything, and is willing to taste test dangerous materials ahead of time. We can say perhaps 1 gold a day at worst, but Screepers does think, or Screepers just get a fair share.
So, Screepers, how does this sound? We start you off at 1 gold a day.
Okay.
Right. Provided after the first month of the expedition, and we'll do a review. We'll do a review of how everything has gone.
Okay, but you should know that Screepers is very tough reviewer and expects your best performance.
Sure. So we're gonna do a review, and we'll do a review of everyone.
That's good. Yeah.
And based on your performance, we'll if your performance has been exemplary, we'll raise you up to that 2 gold apiece for the rest of the expedition.
Okay, but do know, Screepers is a stickler for punctuality.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
So then I will tell Screepers the time and place we're planning on leaving for the expedition.
Screepers will be there.
Excellent. And he goes, actually, here. And he takes out a gold piece, and he hands it to Screepers.
Oh.
And he says, that's the start of your hoard right there.
Yeah, it's a good hoard. All right. Nicely done. Now, Screepers must finish his group assignment. Because nobody wanted to work with Screepers. Screepers don't understand. But...
Well, we want to work with Screepers.
That's right.
Because we have taste.
Screepers will not take incomplete. So Screepers will finish cleaning Auroch today and be ready for time to go. So, okay. Thank you.
See you around, Screepers.
Bye.
Have a good one.
You
and
too.
then I'll leave and just be like...
A brief round of fucking applause for Cody Damn Stone. What the hell?
Can I say how fearful I was when he said group assignment that the rest of them were still in there during this whole conversation? Just like a bunch of people in there.
Oh man, I didn't know I was gonna end up doing Alec Guinness. I didn't think I was gonna do Obi-Wan when on the other side of that. Thank you, I appreciate it. So Screepers is on board.
Sarai is throwing up in the back.
Okay. You guys re-meet up with Olaroon. He's got a weird sort of smell. Smells like he's been to the butcher, and
Yep.
and he's cleaned his hand, but he keeps kind of doing this with it because it's that sticky, like when you've worked with meat and you haven't had a chance to wash your hand yet. Like, no.
So, what happened to you?
Sarai's gonna take a cloth and she always has perfume on her. Just get it on the cloth and start wiping him off.
So Screepers is in. He'll meet us.
Pieces?
Huh?
What are you covered in?
Well, luckily enough, this could have been a lot worse. I met Screepers in a very most unfortunate predicament that he was in. He was currently in the bowels of a large Auroch-like creature.
Holy shit! Something ate Screepers and you cut him out?
Not
it's more like-
exactly.
Screever was trying to cut his way into something else.
Sarai's vomiting again.
Yeah, he's the good news is he's in, and he will be freshly bathed by tomorrow, as I am about to do. So, Screepers will meet us at the time and the place. However, he did have one caveat outside of paying him, of course. So we need to We need to have a group name by the time we head out. Otherwise, Screebers said he's not going to join us.
Oh.
By the way, dick move, Cody, because this is the biggest panic attack I've had in a month and a half. It's like
Oh.
suddenly, because like if we'd found anything that was name worthy yet, we would have already had it, and we don't. So I'm panicking now. Because remember, I have to design merch for whatever this shit ends up being. So like, we can't pick something garbage.
I should never given you chaos studs yesterday, Cody.
Now you want it back, don't you?
Yeah. Now
We aren't chaotic though.
No, we're not.
Haphazard at worst, but you guys are
Give it
are
time.
not terribly chaotic.
Can our group name be haphazard at worst?
I will murder you.
I don't feel like that inspires confidence.
No.
Do you have anything else that we need to take care of, like, on the list as opposed to, like, personal shopping?
Last thing on the list I would suggest for you guys to get, thinking Oregon Trail wise, any ammunition you guys need, you're not guaranteed to be able to fire bind. Buy. Also, spare parts and or spare beasts might be important, right? Breaking wagon wheels, things like that. Now, the lucky thing is that for the first month to, I think, like 35 days, there are at least towns or friendly settlements along that northern path. It's beyond that you're going to really start to struggle. There's other settlements, you just have to make friends. They are not automatically friendly to you, right? So those are some things to just remember. Also, I'd recommend thinking about any kits that you guys need, climbing kit, rope, nails, pittons, any of that sort of stuff. So it is a different style game than what we've done in the past, but I'm thinking it's a fun sort of little departure. Can we take a brief 10-minute break? It is 9:27 right now. So if we came back at 9:40, 9:35, 9:40, would that be okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we are going to be right back. I'm going to grab a drink of water after Screebers assaulted me. And so I will see you guys in a few minutes. But until then, stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Caitlin, playing Fable Frost, the Ice Genasi Phoenix Soul Sorcerer.
I'm Cole. I'm playing Olaroon Dawnseeker, the ASMR Hexblade Warlock Paladin.
I'm Megan. I'm playing Sarai Landir, the Eladrin College of Glamour Bard.
I'm Eric, and I play Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Mars. I'll be playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Scout.
All right. So you guys are finishing up your last bit of preparations. You had talked offline about a couple of some packs and things that you guys wanted to pick up. You guys have that list. You can check off that gold. I know you did all want to sort of run on a magic item check before heading out. Here's what I would like you guys to do. If everybody would roll me a investigation check, I'm going to let you guys roll them before you decide which type of shop you are checking. So you guys can sort of look at your rolls as a team and say somebody did great, somebody did poorly.
A natural 1. Tonight is not my goddamn night.
I'm sorry. Who's next?
19.
19?
Another natural one.
Okay.
I officially did better than both of them because I got a natural 3.
Hey.
Or a 4.
Okay.
Well. It all comes down to this with Talrot's natural 19 with a +6 for a 25.
Fuck you, Wood Elf!
Hey, just because I know how to find the shit that nobody wants to be found, well, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 types of shops. So one of them is going to get left out. Sorry. I'm assuming that's going to be the Wandrite, or the Scribe, because you guys use scrolls or wands least of all.
I would say, can we please skip the... what?
Go ahead. Bud.
I use wands, but we have no wizards, so we can skip the scrolls, I think, easier.
Oh, see, I was gonna say, like, you have a wand, I have 2 wands. I feel like we're wanded out.
That's true. We do have. So yeah, then we'll skip wand. Right, we'll go to scrolls. You're right.
We can cast from scrolls.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, so we will not be visiting the Wandrite today. So we have some. What are the totals on the natural ones? Is any of it? Never mind. None of it's above 10. Correct?
Nope.
No. Okay. So that is fine. So our low visits. So the shops we are going to. Trader has usually a mix of arms, weapons, potions, scrolls, sort of everything, and that's where you're most likely to find wondrous items. Armorer, weaponsmith, those are pretty obvious. Alchemist, and scribe. So we know 3 of those are going to be pretty low on the availability list, and 2 of those are going to be super high on the availability list. So where do you guys want to start? Top end, bottom end? Good news, bad news first. Also,
good news first?
Yeah, let's start with good news.
Good news first. Okay. So which one would you like the best result from?
I say the wondrous items were the blacksmith.
Trader.
Which one? Yeah.
Okay.
The trader?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm giving you guys Metropolis opening of the trader. So there are a total of 16 items here. I am going to scroll through them. Any of them that I think are inappropriate, I might re-roll for you. But there is a +1 studded leather armor. It's rare. Going to be in sort of the thousands of gold pieces. +1 shield, uncommon, about 700 probably. +1 war pick, 700 as well. Armor of invulnerability, never mind. Yeah. That doesn't... 1, that's not in the shop. 2, it's a legendary item. You could rob the whole town and still not... Like, we would have to make the campaign
to try it.
collecting that armor. Pearl of Power. These are pretty useful for spellcasters. That is probably around the 700-800 range. Potion of Climbing. Probably going to be around 75 gold. Or actually probably like 50 maybe. 50. Potion of Frost Giant Strength. Higher end, but you guys could probably still afford it. High hundreds, low thousands. Irregular Potion of Healing, 70 gold for that. Potion of Resistance to Lightning, 300 gold for that. A Rod of Rulership, gonna be low thousands for that, but it is a weapon. It's not a spellcasting implement. Spell Scroll, rare, high hundreds, low thousands. Anti-life shell. Detect Magic Scroll, common, so pretty cheap, 50 gold probably. Meld into Stone, uncommon, about 350. Suggestion Spell Scroll, uncommon, about 350. +1 longsword, so about 700 for that, and a longbow weapon of warning, which are very useful, but they don't always prevent surprise rounds. So while the person may not be surprised, the team may still get surprised. So
How much is the blow?
750.
And it's still a magical bow. I mean, Sirach?
Correct.
Or what's his face? Matthew.
Clever
Clever
Stitch.
Stitch.
Yeah.
Clever. Yeah.
He doesn't
Except
have
for one of them.
a special thing, yes. Because we haven't killed the orc and taken his stupid bow from him.
So that's what's at the trader.
Does he have just a guitar or something?
Let me see who this guy is, so we can. So rolling into town, because this name requires an NPC, and I apologize. I think he's going to be a gnome. He's going to be this sort of Lucky Charm gnome. Maybe a little elf person. Definitely wearing all the emerald green. No clovers. Clovers is racist. But you see painted on the side of his cart the name Findueli's Magical Artifacts and Relics. I'll spell it for you in case you didn't know how to say it. That's an F-I-N-D-U-I. Don't want one of those. L-Y-E God's comma S Findueli's. One more time. F-I-N-D-U-I. Again, don't want one of those. L-Y-E God's comma S Findueli's. You tell me how I could possibly have a magical shop with that sort of name and not use this voice. I dare you. I dare
do
you
a check to see if I know him?
Sure, if you'd like to.
Why is
Where do
tonight
you
the
think
night of
you
all the
know him?
NPCs?
I don't know, because I'm trying to spice up a shopping episode. That's why.
It's a 21. Yeah. I don't know. He sounds like my kind of elf.
So he is more like a gnome, but there are many things about. He is a small folk, so he is a gnome. He's got sort of he's got the bushy red mutton chops, but they don't lay flat. They definitely spike out Wolverine style. And you can see there's product in there. It's not naturally that way. He makes it that way. He works for it. But there are things about his cart that definitely remind you that he has most likely traveled among the Feywild and Fey cities. It does look like he is a curio carrier from a variety of different... he's probably been around the plains a time or two. So, is there anything I can buy for you?
I'm so sorry, Master Finduelis. Do you happen to have just a lute or a harp or a small pluckable thing?
Absolutely, I do. Small pluckable thing, never mind, that joke's inappropriate for children. So, right. Here we go. And
Luckily, we're not a family-friendly show, but as advertised, we are adult content.
I know. Well, that's good, because I was going to say that small pluckable thing was my second wife's name. Ew. Here we go.
That's Maddie's kid. That right there, that is Maddie's son. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, he does. He'll have any sort of musical instrument that you would like to purchase at the price in the player's handbook. You can absolutely pick up one of those. He will even he'll even have roll me a percentile.
14.
Okay. So, in my mind, I was going to say the higher you rolled, the more ridiculous sort of music-producing magical artifact he might have. So I was thinking, like, on the high end, maybe giving you, like, a looper pedal or something that would be awesome and ridiculous, but could actually be useful. But since you rolled so low, he has a magical theremin that you can...
Yes.
Absolutely
yes,
not.
Yes.
Absolutely
yes.
not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Fuck no. Absolutely not. She sees it, her eyes go wide, and she just sort of nods and pushes it away before anyone else can see it.
You're welcome.
Did you put that evil on me, Rick and Bobby?
That one's for you, Eduardo. Well done. All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to purchase from Master Findwele?
I will go up to him and be like, Master Findwele, can I take a look at that shield, please?
Oh, absolutely. Here. Let's get it out for you. He does bring it out. He does present it. Make me a history check. And actually, all of you can make me a history check. I mean, Fable might be the one not to, but I'll give it to you as well.
17.
16.
What was it, Fable?
21.
11.
Okay.
I can't roll. That's the highest roll I've made all night. It's a 9. I should not have played tonight. Fuck everything.
You're lovely. We love you.
What'd you get?
Tara?
21.
23, bitch! Suck it!
Whip it out. Let's go.
And
right.
Megan just gets her bluff called.
So,
She's spoken for! You know that!
so you guys recognize the for pretty much all of you, and Fable, you kind of had an inkling. One of the other group can fill you in. You recognize it as an elven face shield in its design, and it holds the crest of the Summer Court. But it looks like it's been like he clearly picked this off of a dead soldier, like destroyed in a battlefield. This is not. It's magical and it's maintained, but it's battle hardened, and you can, while it does not diminish its functionality in any way, you can definitely tell probably the strike that felled its last wielder.
Oh, that's beautiful, though.
I start inspecting it, like for markings and like Sylvan language and runes and such.
You can look it over. There's no like name on it. You do see a sort of a Sylvan mark that would list the legion that he was a part of, and the shield was assigned to. Though Saride and Tauroth, or Saride you would know, Tauroth you can guess based on history. It would have been recently active. And so this is not an ancient piece of history. This is a modern piece.
And looking at some of the rest of the gear he has, like the sword, the studded leather, do they all seem to have a similar look or similar make?
No. There's a fair amount of stuff that probably came from the Feywild. But it is not like he collected all of that from the same place. You think the sword and shield probably go together, not in like a set, but in like he probably grabbed them from the same person. But none of his stuff is terribly uniform. And it all seems to be mostly either scrounged or bought secondhand and resold. Again, not diminishing its functionality, but
Interesting. How much did you say this was?
right, so let me see. Uncommon shield. That's about 700 gold pieces.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to kind of think on this just for a little bit.
Okay.
But could you keep that in the general area just in case?
I'll hold on to it at least for the day.
Thank you.
Can I kind of sidle up near to him and be like, question for you.
Answer for you.
Where does one procure such curiosities?
Oh, a bit here, a bit there. Sometimes when they're awake, sometimes when they sleep no more, and sometimes when they sell it to me. Pretty much the least dangerous ways humanly possible. Or even elvenly possible. Sometimes birdly possible, maybe even gnomishly possible. Pretty much that.
So, but let's say someone were interested in different, planes.
Right, okay, let's say that.
Let's say, the information on where something from a different area, say such as the Feywild, is this beautiful shield, would indicate maybe a place where, those planes are, this plane and that plane are closer.
Well, sometimes, and sometimes you wander around in a cart long enough, you shift from place to place. Sometimes you have a friend with a gate or two that you happen to be able to wander through, and sometimes you just wish really hard, and sometimes you do. Were you trying to get somewhere, Master Bird?
So at this point, Sirach is going to take out about 10 gold from his pouch and just very like playing with poker chips, kind of like play with them in his hand and be like, yes, and information about these sorts of things would probably be very valuable.
Oh, it is pretty valuable. I can help you a little bit. You seem to have a little bit to spare. So, what would you like me to tell you?
Where did you find these particular pieces?
Well, I found them in the sand wastes of the summer court.
Ooh, so you went all the way to the Feywild.
Well, to be fair, I was in the Feywild for quite a long time, as one sometimes is in the Feywild, whether you know it or not. And then, you see, everything started to get a bit dry and a bit warm and then a bit dead. And I thought I didn't want to be any of those things. And I don't know if you've ever been to the beach, but it's just downright awful. So I decided I would leave. And on my way out, along with a bunch of the other refugees, I found some people and I had some guards, and they didn't all make it. But I made sure that some of their legacy lives on. And he's still protecting me because he's going to pay for my way out of here. Now, as far as my time on these lands, I came from the south through just a really wet, damp, like, sort of snuggly place. And it was quite different from the dry heat. You know, they tell you the heat is different and it's the humidity that'll kill you, and they'd be right. So if you don't mind, and he actually points to like where he has a pair of shoes, leather shoes that are hanging, and they've clearly dried out like long ago, but he's like, yeah, I gotta hang my shoes up, make sure that don't have bugs in them, or that they're not all giving me the rot foot and things like that. So, I mean, I can give you a head-in a couple of days, or a number of days if you like, if that interests you so. But, yeah, it's a bit slithery, to be sure.
Yeah, that's some information I could find useful.
All right, sure. So, for another 15 gold pieces, he tells you that if you travel, opening up my map, because we're going off the map again, because why are my maps never big enough? That's the real question. Oh, come on, open. He tells you essentially that if you travel south, or... No, I really actually need to look at the damn map, so... Please mercy me, show me the map. There it is. Okay, traveling south, past the Patchstone Waste. He seems like he's traveled south about 22 days. South and slightly to the west, 22 days. He describes in the depths of the jungle, amidst the swamps and moors and almost Everglades, sort of described, that there are low temples sinking into the waters, the fresh waters run by serpent men that he had emerged from, and he regales you with the tale of how he played his pipe of fear and they actually found it intoxicating, and so amidst the snaky orgy he snuck out, stealing his cart along the way.
Snaky orgy?
Right, well, you know, that's how the yunty be.
And that pipe, it's not for sale, right?
Oh no! Can't actually sell you the pipe of the fears. Mostly because in the midst of the fear and the snaky orgy, I in disgust and terror threw it and rode faster. So some things fell off, but it's probably still there somewhere.
So you're afraid of what you found, understood.
Well, I wasn't finding, I was actually escaping, and then you're from a desert, and then you end up in this, like, this really wet place, and there's snake people everywhere, and they're like, oh, we're gonna cook you, and you're like, no, don't cook me, and then they're like, we are, and you're like, but I got a pipe, and they're like, all right, sing for your supper. Ha 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 ha, that's turning it on its head. What do you call those? Don't know. Doesn't matter. A literary device of some sort, I'm sure. And you do, and then they're like, and you're like, and then they're like, and you're like, ugh. And it's like darts, and then you run.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, well,
Hello, sir. You sound like us. Amazing. Might I ask you, do you have anything here that's like a necklace or a bracelet or something that, like, I could wear? Like a charm bracelet or something that would bring me luck? I guess what I'm asking is if you have any lucky charms at your wagon.
What do you mean? You mean like some sort of heart or star, maybe a horseshoe?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of stars, especially. I think they're really cool.
Clover, red balloon.
Yeah,
Why is a red balloon
what?
a lucky charm? That's my question. I don't really
Actually,
understand.
I heard a story once about it
don't
back
tell
in the
me.
circus.
Never mind.
Oh, you can dish it out to me. You can't take it. Feels unfair.
I mean, it's 10:07, but all right, that's fine.
Fuck off.
Is there anything you guys actually want to buy from this place?
Yes, I was actually looking for something because
What
I'm
were you
squishy.
looking for? A luck stone?
Star, a horseshoe.
Anything like that, yes, that is a jewelry piece I could wear that could help me.
Yeah,
I wasn't just being a punny dick, it just happened to work out.
Oh, okay. No, he only has the things that
Just making sure.
that he listed. Yeah.
So we go to the next one.
Well,
before that, since you seem to like all manners of curiosities and fun stuff, I'm gonna pull out the deck of cards that I got from La Rochen's tower. See if he's interested in those, or if he might even know what they are.
Ooh. Let me see. Let me see. He will take them. He will give them a riffle. He will give them a tap. And he'll start to sort of look about them. I have heard of these. They are they are quite the tricky item. This is a fate shifter deck. It is a implement in a magical ritual in which two entities engage in a duel of destiny, in which they might steal from each other the greatest triumphs in their lives and hoist upon the other the deepest moments of their own despair. And they're often outlawed in lands of gods, as those tend to be the purview of the deities. But if you don't know the ritual, they're actually inert. They don't have much magical influence in and of themselves. But the creation of a fate shifter deck is quite the task. So you do have something pretty special there. Usually you have a keystone card, one that is yourself imprinted and sigiled and accessed, right? And so it doesn't. I know this isn't your deck because there's no keystone here that appears to be you in either name or visage or anything along those lines. Because they're so representational, however, it sometimes can be hard to figure out whose deck it is, or you might be missing the keystone. Can't really tell. They're not entirely uniform, but that's what you have here. It is it's a pretty righteous piece. It's not one that I have a ton of interest in, but I could give you some credit for it. Could give you some golds based purely on its rarity. But you may find more value in attempting to decipher and utilize it yourself if you were such a gambling type.
Well, that is definitely a lot more information than I had bargained for, but I do thank you very kindly for all that. Now, I don't suppose you have any sort of instructions or whatnot about how to use it, at least normally.
She'll put a hand on Talroth's hand that's holding the deck and say in Elvish, no, but I believe that we do know someone who might have some information about it.
Well, I am definitely curious to figure out what's going on, because every time I try to play this game with Treasure, I keep losing my pants over it, so...
That is usually something that happens. I don't know exactly how to utilize it. Some will disguise a game within it, but I've actually only heard of them in theory and not seen one in true practice. So this is quite the find.
Well, that is, like I said, that is a lot more information than I bargained for. So I'm still going to kind of slide him a few gold anyway, just for the information.
Oh, you're most kind. I appreciate it. So you guys are passing on the shield, the longbow of warning, and do you want that healing potion before you move on? Okay.
Yeah. I will ask him to just hang on to the longbow for now. Just kind of set it aside with the shield for now.
Okay. What about the Pearl of Power? Is he also setting that aside?
How much does that cost?
700.
Then yep.
The pearl. Wait, hold on. The pearl of power works for pack magic slots too, right?
I believe it has a limit on the number of spell slots it can restore. So as long as the pact magic is within that limit, it technically should be able to function.
Interesting.
Up to a 3rd level spell, I think.
I believe so.
Okay.
Okay. So with nothing else to be done here, what is the next place you guys would like to go to? Armor, weaponsmith, alchemist, or scribe?
Armor or weaponsmith, I would
Armor.
say.
Let's go look for armor.
Okay.
Armor?
Yes.
That's the real question. Does everyone else need it? I'm the only one that's like, mithril plate armor, which the likelihood of us running into is really low.
You don't need it, but yeah.
So yeah, which one do you want to go to? The weaponsmith or the armorer? And that's me asking the whole group. Which one's more interesting for everyone?
I can't use any of it, so it doesn't matter.
I'm not getting. I don't need. I already have studded leather, so there's not. The only thing that's better for me right now is the +1 studded leather, but that's way out of price range for anything.
And 700.
Yeah, that's maybe. I don't know.
All right,
Okay.
so let's go to the weaponsmith then.
Okay. On to the weaponsmith you guys go. Susuma's Enchanted Blades. Let's see. 20 plus 1 arrows. Okay, let's just say +1 of any ammunition type you would like. A bundle of 20. It'll run you 300. +1 dagger, greatsword, heavy crossbow, light crossbow, scimitar, warhammer. A longsword, flame tongue, a yeah.
Olarune's gonna get almost giddy when he sees the flame tongue longsword.
Mace of Disruption, Mace of Smiting.
Could be good for for Thozen.
He's using a family weapon, so I don't know that he would want to.
Makes sense. Sir, good sir. How much for this longsword over here?
Ah, you have good taste. Allow me a moment to open the appropriate ledger, that I might tell you of its price. And he grabs a book and he begins scrolling through.
Who is this bougie bitch? What the hell?
This is Susuma. Susuma's Enchanted Blades. I can't have nothing but ridiculous NPCs. Must occasionally have somebody with some gravitas. It is
He kind of does have a point.
important to have, how would one say, variety. Yes, there we are. So, I will in fact allow you to roll for this. Roll me 2d10.
2d10. Come on, don't screw me now. 11.
11,000.
11,000?
Yes.
Oof. That's out of my price range. Is there like a layaway plan? Like can I do like a rent?
Is that what you're
can
asking?
Can I finance this? Can I do rent to own, please?
I would like to lease this weapon, please.
Yeah, I would like to lease this weapon. Is there? He's like, oof, that's a little out of my price. How? I know you're probably one to deal in just cold hard cash. Understand that.
It is preferable.
But I'm about to head off on a pretty serious expedition.
An epic quest for an epic hero.
That's the idea.
Ones that might require a flaming blade. And he'll unsheath it and like lift it up, and the sword lights on fire and flames.
Well, you don't have to rub it in his face like that.
He's like, exactly. And I do think that this would do me a great service.
Use the term honor. He seems like he needs to hear that it would bring you honor.
Yes.
What is Asuma?
So he's a human.
Okay. Hold on, honey. Mama's got this. She wants to walk up and put a hand on him, and just very sweetly, Asuma, it's been such a long time since we've worked with a merchant of your caliber, so you must forgive us if we're a bit rough around the edges, but my friend is a warrior of no small skill, and I believe that he is the man who can wield your weapons to such completion, if I may, as to have your name wagging on everyone's tongue. Every town that we went to, they would ask, where did he get such a magnificent blade? And he would be but forced to say, Asuma's.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Can she get advantage because I'm trying to also butter this guy up as well?
Sure.
Hold on. And what is it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
20. What is it? 22.
22. All right. His eyes seem to light up. He likes the idea that you guys are presenting with him. This is a bold idea, and in truth, I had been looking to expand my operation. Now, I could perhaps provide some form of discount, but I would require, as it were, more than simply a word-of-mouth advertising campaign.
I will turn to him and I will say, Suma, what
Sasuma.
do you know?
Sasuma.
Sasuma, excuse me, apologies. What do you know of the arms of the fated?
I have heard many legends, but know very little about the actual facts of the arms of the fated. I have attempted to make contact, and in fact had traveled here specifically to meet with the bearer, or the rumor, the bearer of Glory Baker. The opportunity to examine such a singular item would be tremendous in and of itself. Why do you mention them?
He goes, may I share something with you that just stays between the people in this room?
A moment, and he'll step aside, and so Satsuma's storefront is actually sort of an open store. It's a he's rented the place out, you guys have seen him about town. He's been here a couple of months. And so he goes to the windows and he'll close the blinds. And as he does, you'll see sort of a slight shimmer, kind of a magical field fill those. And he'll walk over, and as he sort of closes the what is a hotel room bar, right? Bar lock. Along the door, you'll see it sort of magically seal. The light fades from within, and as he does, automatically sort of these ever-burning lanterns fill the room with soft light. You can tell that he's enchanted this store quite heavily, and you suspect there are probably, in addition to these obfuscating enchantments, there are probably anti-theft enchantments on most of his things as well. But after he has gone about and checked all the windows and the entrances and the exits and made sure that they are all secure, he will... I believe we can now speak in a way that is... We have ensured our privacy.
Okay. Then I will kind of motion, be like, if you guys could give me just a little bit of space for a second. And he kind of moves to the center of the room. And then first, I will use my Radiant Soul and become Angel Olaroon. Mm-hmm. And I will also manifest my hex weapon, which is just a longsword at this point in time.
Okay.
And I will stand in front of him in full Dawnbringer Olaroon mode.
Okay.
And I will say to him, my name is Olaroon Dawnseeker. I am the chosen of the arm of the fated Dawnbringer. And I have need of your fine weapons in order to right my place in history. And your sword will be the thing that carves me the path to glory.
Make a persuasion check.
Just a straight persuasion check?
Go ahead. I'll give you advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Why isn't your charisma maxed out?
It is, but I things can go horribly wrong. That's a 21.
Okay. As Olaroon blossoms, you watch as Satsuma's eyes first widen and then sort of narrow. And as he does, those of you watching, you see right here on his brow, his face sort of stretch forward. At least you think it is his face at first, and creeping off the front in sort of a spectral fashion. You see the outline of something quite different, and it wraps its way around his neck and down his arm and over his hands and you see his gloves sort of burn out and away, and tattooed on his body is this long lung dragon whose claw reaches down here, and the head of which steps off of him, and he sprouts his own version of sort of celestial wings, similar to Olaroon. Olaroon Dawnseeker. I am Satsumi, keeper of the dragon's fangs. I have come in search of the teeth that chewed my people out of the primordial and brought them life and civilization. To see these fated weapons returned to the Forbidden Kingdom, I would pay you 1,000 swords over. But destiny aside, I do have a shop to run.
And he will. I will come down from.
So they both do the. Would
he
anyone
goes,
else like an anime moment? You're welcome to one now. This is okay. That's fine.
He says, "Of course." And I would not, of course, ask you this for nothing.
Well,
however, it is just a little bit out of our price range at this moment in time.
Well, for you have a skillful group. If you were to arrange a meeting with the bearer of Glory Maker and your party were to bear the crest and speak of both the craftsmanship and Satsumi's great desire for the fangs of the dragon across this land as you travel it, we could perhaps reach an agreeable arrangement. So, he looks at your clothes, and he looks at your armor, and he goes in the back, and he starts bringing out what are clearly Far Eastern, Chinese, Japanese inspired kimonos, robes, gis, clothes, all bearing Satsumi's enchanted blades in just the most like plinko etching. Now it's finely made, but it's also just a little gaudy, right? Like it's
we're shot girls.
Yeah, your shot girls, your NASCAR drivers, right? And he will sponsor you for every person that agrees to wear his stuff. He will take 5% off of the price.
Even with 5%, I don't think we can reach that. Like
it's 40% off.
40% off of 11,000 is still out of our price range. We still only have like 2,000 gold.
Oh, well, I can. It's the best I can do. I don't think I can. Yeah, sorry.
Which is why I was thinking we could do like a.
I mean, if you want to,
like,
if you want to, I will tell you, you do still have the half to the blood burner, and he said he wants to just even see one. You do have that. It's not a full one, but he might be worth something to him.
And I will kind of just look. I will look at the rest of the group, and I will ask, how do you guys feel?
You guys get a little huddle going. He stands on the other side. He's steaming the uniforms.
I mean, clearly this is not our decision to make. You already revealed yourself. He already revealed himself. That's not our call anymore.
It's just all of our money, which is why I wanted to.
For a sword?
It's expensive. I'm trying to offset as much as I can.
Yes. I think maybe this isn't the time.
Very well.
Okay. He understands, and shows no hard feelings, although although he is a little sad. He was like sizing you guys up. He was gonna have you all in matching jumpsuits, or whatever it may have been. But yeah. So to move us along,
I will tell him to hold on to that for me. Just
okay.
give me a little bit.
Did you guys want to grab any ammunition while you were here? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So plus one
All that he has.
you can. So regular ammunition you can buy as much as you like. For the plus one ammunition, you can get 20 pieces for 300 gold.
Yes. Right?
20 arrows. 20 plus one arrows.
Eric, this is you.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking
You
because
two
I already,
can put them.
I think I already have 20 plus one arrows. So if we could get those for Clever Stitch, I'm just trying to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. I guess we could do that.
I mean, if it's worth it. If not,
I mean, it's helpful, especially in case we fight anything that's magical.
Well, Eric, go ahead and give me a roll me a d6.
D6. 3.
So it's 200 gold.
All right, we can do that.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's 200 gold for 20 of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And what about the other plus one weapons, like the dagger, short sword, stuff like that?
So the dagger and the short sword were 700 apiece. Actually, go ahead and roll me a d6 on the dagger.
That's a 1 for the d6.
So it's going to be 400.
Yeah, because I still have that moon-touched short sword that I picked up a while ago for the disguise.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking of just kind of ditching that. See if I could just kind of offset the cost a bit. Because
Yeah.
I'll chip in from my gold,
Mhm.
but I would need to borrow a little bit from the party fund just to at least get a plus one dagger.
Okay, so the moon touch sword, you rolled a 1 on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for a common magic item, he'll go ahead and give you 40 plus the cost of the short sword for it. Oh, he'll give you 100 for it. Wait. There's a whole different way to do it. He'll give you 100 for it.
That's so 100 for the short sword. I got about 180 on me, so that's 280. If I could just borrow 120 from the party funds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And it's just a regular plus one dagger, nothing special?
That's it. Yeah. It's like a short tanto, no guard or hilt on it. Actually, it's got like a bamboo sheath to it, and that it all looks like just a piece of wood. Not quite enough to be like a disguised, like it's clearly there's a blade in there, but it's not terribly obvious. So yeah, well made. Nicely done. Anything else, weapon-wise?
I will ask Satsume, and I will just one final question, before I get out of your hair. The discount, the sponsorship,
Yes.
is that ongoing, or would that just be for one purchase?
No, we'd offer it for everything.
And then I would be like, interesting. Group huddle.
Like, if he's planning on staying in town and he's like he's our Gilmore and this is like a regular recurring thing that we can do, like, I wouldn't. Fable would wear it. A patch or something. Probably not a matching jumpsuit. That's weird. But like, we can brand our wagons. We can whatever.
His colors are red and white, with a sort of flame forge motif. I will see if I can find something.
But and I will ask the group how they feel about it. If they are down for it, I will mention that this could help us when we return to Dorian's Dawn. Because it's not like we're not ever coming back.
Yeah, that's why, like, it wouldn't be worth it if this is a one-time. Whenever I'm in town, but like, Dorian's Dawn is ostensibly our base, so like, that's worth chatting about. But it's not. No matter how far the discount goes, we're not gonna.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get that sword today. So I'm that's not even my concern at this moment.
Let's say that we've talked. Let's chat about it in the chat, so that the other party members can also chat about it. Because if we're not doing major discount stuff today, then moving forward, it'll be good to know if we can. But also, he's here, so we can always come back and be like, hey, we've reconsidered. We'd like to be sponsored.
I think the reason he's asking about it today is because you guys are making some purchases right now.
Yeah.
And I think next episode we really want to be on the road.
But it's easier for you to then discount us back. Be like, yeah, take back 40% and add it back to your gold.
Okay.
Later.
But
that was just a thought, because we don't have everybody here, so I was trying to give people in the chat a chance to chime in, and because this is a bigger group decision of like things that affect us for the long run of the game. That's why I was trying to make sure.
All right. I think we've concluded our business relatively.
Okay. All right. So, the Alchemist, 2 potions of Hill Giant Strength, 2 potions of Healing.
Healing, please. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
75.
Each?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Armor has... the adamantine pieces and some +1 shields. Sentinel shield is the only other interesting thing there.
What does adamantine do?
Prevents critical hits.
How much?
Up around 700.
Is it heavy?
Ring mail, chain mail, and half plate.
How much is half plate?
700. Let's round it to 800.
Can I borrow 700 from the party fund?
Can you wear half plate?
It's not for me.
Oh, got it.
I told him one of us has to be wearing armor, damn it. And I have gone as high as I can go. I've gone about as far as I can go.
I mean, I have about 460 gold I can give up.
Yeah, Fable can't buy anything right now anyway, so she'll also pitch in for that. Cause precious. I can contribute some. Like I said, I'm happy to help people buy things. I just don't have a lot. But I'm also not buying anything for myself, so.
All I have left is 100. So
that's
how much? Is it?
560, so it would need 140.
Can we borrow 140 from the party?
No, I can cover the excess.
Our powers combined. Thousand
got it.
wearing a shirt.
How much
Yay.
was it?
800.
How much did you need from me?
I think it was just 140.
Done.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. I now have the no money. Now to go on a fly killing crusade.
Right? Raise your hand if most of the money that you spent here today was from bugs.
Look, in all honesty, if with the amount of bugs that I've killed in my house, if I would have like actually taken photos of them,
Documented all of them?
I would be. I could have afforded that sword.
Fucking rolling in it.
Like, I'm dead. Like, I've killed at least 10 ants during this game alone.
It's kind of the one nice thing about Florida summers. It's like, the heat.
Like
and
D&D game.
Bug money!
Yep.
File this under weird things our party group does that no one else in the world does.
Yep. Clever Stitch has 7 silver. Oh, poor guy. There you go. All right.
Oh, these blue ones. Ooh, the blue one in the left. I want it.
Anything else?
I would wear that.
Yeah, shit, I didn't realize it looked so good. Yeah, whatever, he could tattoo it on my
Right,
forehead.
fucking, I will wear that shit. Let's go.
Right?
Do we all have to wear the same one, or do we all wear our own?
Nope, all the same. Last thing is the scribe. These spell scrolls are either common or uncommon. Alarm, chill touch, continual flame, hail of thorns, hallucinatory terrain. That one's rare, sorry. Prestidigitation, remove curse, spare the dying.
Remove curse and spare the dying, please.
Remove curse is 300. Spare
it.
the dying is 50.
I will buy both of those. So 350 down.
Okay.
And then I'm done. Spare the... Stop it. Stop giving me alerts. Fucking Discord. All of you shut up. All of you stop talking. Okay? It pops up in the bottom corner, and I can't click anything.
Now we're all gonna just get loud. Loud noises.
Mars!
I'm never saving you. Okay? No spare the dying, no removing curse. You're fucked, buddy.
Oh.
Here's it.
Love ya, mean it.
All right.
No.
So that's it for everything you guys can buy. You guys will be heading out on the 5th. Sarai, before you go, Wyatt would like you to lose your chess game.
I'm sure he would. Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Okay. Make me a performance check. Or a deception check. Let's do deception. Make a deception check.
$19.
Okay. You do end up losing the game, but you do it in convincing fashion. You don't suddenly start making terrible moves. It does end up being a well-played, hard-fought game to the end. All right, guys. Go ahead. What do you got?
No, I just wanted to say, Wyatt, we started off on the wrong foot, and it was entirely my fault. So you'll extend our hand. I wanted to offer my apologies for being rude to you on our first meeting, though it may have been deserved, and that I wanted to thank you for your forbearance this entire time with the chess and the cart and allowing us to help you on your expedition. You've shown far more grace than I originally thought you capable of. This is an apology, Saride. Get it back on track. And thank you, and I'm sorry.
I appreciate your candor as well as your apology. You are, of course, forgiven. You are not the first or the only to find me objectionable. I am not how you would say a people person. However, I am competent, at the very least, in the things I choose to pursue. So hopefully, this will be a mutually beneficial endeavor for all involved.
Yes. Also, Screevers is coming.
What? Oh.
Walk away.
And I walk away.
Oh. Oh, Screevers.
Womp, 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 womp.
The Screevers Screaming Hour is the 80s, 90s sitcom, TGIF sitcom I didn't know I wanted.
That we deserved, honestly.
It's true.
It's got dinosaurs. It's got Urkel.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of Saturday morning cartoon. It is the perfect Venn diagram.
Yeah. If only. All right, my friends. Well, I think we've reached the end of tonight. Unless there's anything else important you guys would like to get done. Thank you guys for sticking with us through our technical difficulties, through me talking over the headset that I thought was muted, through crazy NPCs, through mostly shopping. I'm hoping you guys are still able to enjoy and love the characters that we built here. I have a ton of Project Eberron work to go and get done, which I'm going to try to do tonight and tomorrow and have everything updated for people. So we're going to say goodnight. Thanks for hanging out with us. Poor Eric's going to come back and realize that he's been abandoned. We're going to talk to you guys next time. But until then, be cool.